Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Please subscribe to the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. The events of 3rd October 2024 are follows. Bengali date 16 Aশ্বিন 1431. As per Beni Madhavshil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Shukla Pratibad and up to full day. Today's Nakshatra is Hasta Nakshatra and up to 1519 hours, and after that Chitra Nakshatra. Today is 277th day of the year. There are then 89 days left in 2024. Today is 40th Thursday of 2024. Today is Saradiya Navaratri, Ashwina Navaratri. Navaratri is a 9 days festival dedicated to goddess Durga. Navaratri is a Sanskrit word which literally means 9 nights. During these 9 nights and 10 days, goddess Durga is worshipped in 9 different forms known as Navadurga. The 10th day is celebrated as Vijayadashami when idols of goddess Durga are immersed into the water body. Navaratri is celebrated in most Indian states. However, Navaratri is very popular festival in the western states of Gujarat, Maharashtra and the southern state of Karnataka. On the very first day of Navaratri, goddess Durga is invoked into a kalash with full Vedic rituals along with chanting of mantras. The invocation and dwelling of goddess Durga into the kalash is known as Ghatastapana or Kalashastapana and is done at an appropriate time of the day. In West Bengal, Navaratri is celebrated as Durga Puja. In West Bengal, goddess Durga is worshipped on the last 3 days of Navaratri, and these 3 days are famously known as Durga Saptami, Durga Ashtami and Durga Navami. It would be correct to say that Durga Puja in West Bengal is a similar version of 9 days Navaratri, Kalparambo and Bilbhar Nimantran during Durga Puja, which is done on the 6th day of Navaratri, is symbolically same as Ghatastapana or Kalashastapana in other states. Hindu religious books suggest 7 days Navaratri, 5 days Navaratri, 3 days Navaratri, 2 days Navaratri and even 1 day Navaratri as an alternative to 9 days Navaratri. Jyoti Kailash, Kumari Puja, Sandhi Puja, Navami Homa, Lolita Brot and Chandipat are other famous rituals and events which are observed during 9 days Navaratri. Today is Happy Pratipad Puja of Ma Durga, Happy Navaratri first day, and worshipping goddess Ma Shailputri. Today is Pratipad Puja of Ma Durga, Navaratri first day, devotees worship Ma Shailputri, the first form of goddess Durga, on the first day of Navadurga. The idol of goddess is dressed in a bright red sari while the Ghatastapana setup of earthen pot is being done. The color to wear around the initial day for devotees is bright red. Today is Maharaja Agrasen Jayanti. Maharaja Agrasen Jayanti is a Hindu festival that celebrates the birthday of the legendary king Maharaja Agrasen. It is celebrated on the 4th day of the 7th month of the Hindu calendar, which is Ashwin in 2024. Maharaja Agrasen Jayanti will be celebrated on October 3. Maharaja Agrasen was the king of Agroha and is considered a revered figure in the Agarwal community. The Agrawal caste originated from him. The festival is celebrated in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan and is a regional public holiday in the country. Here are some other facts about Maharaja Agrasen. He had 18 queens, 54 sons and 18 daughters. He performed 18 Mahajagnas. He divided his kingdom among his 18 children and established 18 Gotras after the gurus of each of his children. In 1976, the government of India issued a postage stamp in honor of Maharaja Agrasen. Today is International Cram Horn Day. International Cram Horn Day is celebrated on October 3rd and was established in 2021 by the music group Whistleblow. The day was created as a special occasion to release their first album. The first International Crumhorn Day was celebrated at Cecil Sharp House in Camden, North London. Today is German Unity Day. German Unity Day is the National Day of Germany, celebrated on 3rd October as a public holiday. It commemorates German reunification in 1990 when the German Democratic Republic, East Germany, joined the Federal Republic of Germany, West Germany, so that for the first time since 1945 there existed a single German state. German Unity Day on 3rd October has been the German national holiday since 1990 when the reunification was formally completed. An alternative choice to commemorate the reunification could have been the day the Berlin Wall came down, 9th November 1989, which coincided with the anniversary of the proclamation of the German Republic in 1918 and the defeat of Hitler's first coup in 1923. However, 9th November was also the anniversary of the first large-scale Nazi-led programs against Jews in 1938 Kristallnacht, so the day was considered racist as a national holiday. Therefore, 3rd October 1990, the day of the formal reunification, was chosen instead. It replaced the German Unity Day on 17 June, the national holiday of Federal Republic of Germany from 1954. Today Germany reunified. After 4 decades of Cold War division and with pressure from the German Chancellor Helmut Kohl, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev agreed to a unified Germany within NATO, leading to Germany's reunification this day in 1990. Today is death anniversary of Miss Kadambini Ganguly, 18 July 1861 to 3rd October 1923. Kadambini Ganguly was a pioneering Indian physician and one of the first female graduates in India. She made significant contributions to women's education and healthcare during a time when women faced immense societal barriers. Kadambini was born in Kolkata and graduated from the Calcutta Medical College in 1886, becoming one of the first two women in India to earn a medical degree. She was known for her dedication to improving healthcare for women and advocating for their rights. Throughout her career, she worked to break gender barriers in medicine and was a role model for future generations of women in India. Her legacy is remembered for its impact on women's empowerment in the field of medicine and education. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Karl von Wurzbicki, 3rd October 1889 to 4th May 1938. Karl von Wurzbicki was a German journalist and pacifist. He was the recipient of the 1935 Nobel Peace Prize for his work in exposing the clandestine German rearmament. In editor-in-chief of the magazine Die Weltbühne, Wurzbicki published a series of exposés in the late 1920s detailing Germany's violation of the Treaty of Versailles by rebuilding an air force, the predecessors of the Luftwaffe, and the training pilots in the Soviet Union. He was convicted of treason and espionage in 1931 and sentenced to 18 months in prison but was granted amnesty in December 1932. Wurzbicki continued to be a vocal critic against German militarism after the Nazis' rise to power. Following the 1933 Reichstag fire, Wurzbicki was again arrested and sent to the Starwagen concentration camp near Oldenburg. His brutal torture after his arrest was attested by International Red Cross. In 1936, he was awarded the 1935 Nobel Peace Prize but was forbidden from traveling to Norway and accepting the prize. After enduring years of mistreatment in his Nazi concentration camps, Wurzbicki died of tuberculosis in 1938 in a Berlin hospital after more than 5 years of imprisonment. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Charles John Pedersen, 3rd October 1904 to 26 October 1989. Charles John Pedersen was an American organic chemist best known for discovering crown ethers and describing methods of synthesizing them during his entire 42-year career as a chemist for DuPont at DuPont Experimental Station in Wilmington, Delaware, and at DuPont's Jackson Laboratory in Deepwater, New Jersey. Often associated with Reed McNeill, Peterson also shared the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1987 with Donald J. Cram and Jean Marie Lane. He is the only Nobel Prize laureate born in Korea other than Peace Prize laureate Kim Dae-jung. Peterson made countless other discoveries in chemistry, such as discovering and developing metal deactivators. His early investigations also led to the development of a dramatically improved process for manufacturing tetraethyl lead, an important gasoline additive. He also contributed to the development of neoprene. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Sute Banerjee, 3rd October 1911 to 14 October 1980. Sute Banerjee was a notable Indian politician and a member of Indian National Congress. He played a significant role in the Indian independence movement, advocating for social and political reforms. Banerjee was also involved in various educational initiatives and worked towards the upliftment of society, focusing on issues such as women's rights and access to education. Though not as widely recognized as some contemporaries, his contributions are part of the broader narrative of India's struggle of independence. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. James McGill Buchanan, 3rd October 1919 to 9th January 2013. James McGill Buchanan Jr. was an American economist known for his work on public choice theory, originally outlined in his most famous work, The Calculus of Consent, co-authored with Gordon Tullock in 1962. He continued to develop the theory, eventually receiving the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1986. Buchanan's work initiated research on how politicians and bureaucrats' self-interest, utility maximization, and other non-wealth maximizing considerations affect their decision making. He was a member of the board of advisors of the Independent Institute as well as the Institute of Economic Affairs, a member of the Mont Pelerin Society (MPS), and MPS president from 1984 to 1986, a distinguished senior fellow of the Cato Institute and a professor at George Mason University. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Leon Max Lederman, 15 July 1922 to 3rd October 2018. Leon Max Lederman was an American experimental physicist who received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1988 along with Melvin Schwartz and Jack Steinberger for research on neutrinos. He also received the Wolf Prize in Physics in 1982 along with Martin Lewis Pearl for research on quarks and leptons. Lederman was Director Emeritus of Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, Fermilab in Batavia, Illinois. He founded the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy in Aurora, Illinois in 1986, where he was resident scholar emeritus from 2012 until his death in 2018. An accomplished scientific writer, he became known for his 1993 book, The God Particle, establishing the popularity of the term for the Higgs boson. 1849, Edgar Allan Poe seen in public for the last time. The Baltimore, Maryland-based American poet and author, best known for his poem The Raven, was found sick and delirious on the streets and taken to Washington College Hospital, where he died a few days later. He was 40 years old at the time of his death. 1863, National Thanksgiving Day Proclamation. American President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed the last Thursday of November as Thanksgiving Day. The holiday has been celebrated annually since that year. 1932, Iraq gains independence from the United Kingdom. The West Asian country came under British control in 1920 after the end of the First World War. After taking control of the country, the British installed the deposed Syrian king Faisal I as the king of Iraq. 1952, UK tests its first atomic bomb. Called Operation Hurricane, the test was conducted near the Montebello Islands in Western Australia. The operation made the UK the third country to have nuclear weapons. The United States and the Soviet Union were the first two. 1995, O.J. Simpson acquitted in the killings of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Lyle Goldman. The former football player had been accused of murdering his ex-wife and her friend on June 13, 1994. The high-profile case and the subsequent trial of Simpson captured widespread media and public attention in the United States and around the world. Today's, that is 3rd October, highlight in history. 1683, Qing Dynasty naval commander Si Lang received the surrender of the Tangning Kingdom of Taiwan after the Battle of Penghu. 1712, the Duke of Montrose issues a warrant for the arrest of Rob Roy MacGregor. 1739, the Treaty of Nice is signed by the Ottoman Empire and Russia, ending the Russian-Turkish War. 1789, George Washington proclaims Thursday, November 26, 1789, a Thanksgiving Day. 1792, a militia departs from the Spanish stronghold on Valdivia to quell a Huiliche uprising in southern Chile. 1863, the last Thursday in November is declared as Thanksgiving Day by US President Abraham Lincoln. 1873, Chief Kintpus and companions are hanged for their part in the Modoc War of Northern California. 1912, US forces defeat Nicaragua rebels at the Battle of Coyote Hill. 1918, Tsar Boris III of Bulgaria accedes to the throne. 1919, Cincinnati Reds pitcher Adolfo Luque becomes the first Latin American player to appear in a World Series. 1929, the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats and Slovenes is renamed to Yugoslavia by King Alexander I. 1932, the Kingdom of Iraq gains independence from the United Kingdom. 1935, Second Italo-Abyssinian War, Italy invades Ethiopia. 1942, a German V-2 rocket reaches a record 85 km 46 nautical mile in altitude. 1943, World War II, German forces murder 92 civilians in Lingiades, Greece. 1946, an American overseas airlines Douglas DC-4 crashes near Ernest Herman Air Force Base in Stephenville, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, killing 39. 1949, where the first black-owned radio station in the United States opens in Atlanta. 1981, the hunger strikes at the Meije prison in Northern Ireland ends after 7 months and 10 deaths. 1985, the space shuttle Atlantis makes its maiden flight carrying two DSCS-3 satellites on STS-51J. 1986, TASCC, a superconducting cyclotron at the Chalk River Laboratories in Canada, is officially opened. 1989, a coup in Panama City is suppressed, 11 participants are executed. 1990, the German Democratic Republic is abolished and becomes part of the Federal Republic of Germany. The event is afterwards celebrated as German Unity Day. 1991, Nadine Gordimer is announced as the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. 1993, an American attack against a warlord in Mogadishu fails. 18 US soldiers and over 350 Somalis die. 1995, O.J. Simpson murder case. O.J. Simpson is acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. 2008, the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act of 2008 for the US financial system is signed by the President George W. Bush. 2009, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Turkey join in the Turkic Council. 2013, At least 360 migrants are killed when their boat sinks near the Italian island of Lampedusa. 2015, 42 people are killed and 33 go missing in Kunduz hospital airstrike in Afghanistan. 2021, 8 people are killed in an airplane crash near Milan, Italy. 2022, Svante Pavo is awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Thank you very much for your patience.